plasma work? Excellent question. We are using platelet-rich plasma in many different ways in our office, and mainstream medicine is using platelet-rich plasma in multiple modalities as well. If you Google platelet-rich plasma, you'll get a load of information. But what you really want to know is, how does it work and how does it help? This is how platelet-rich plasma works. Let's say, for instance, that I have a cut on my arm here, and it's bleeding. The reason that I don't bleed to death is because platelets stick together and form a clot, and that clot stops the bleeding. But that's not all that it does. When platelets stick together, they become activated, and they release growth factors into the surrounding tissues. These platelet-derived growth factors have very specific jobs that they do. This also signals the body through the bloodstream that there's been an injury here that needs to be repaired. And it's a lot more complicated than you might think. But after you have this cut on your arm, your body has to, through these growth factors, activate stem cells and figure out what type of tissue is supposed to be in this area. Because you may have to rebuild hair follicles, epidermis, dermis, subcutaneous fat, nerve endings that were cut, blood vessels that were cut. What is that, 6 different tissue types already, just with this one cut. Your body has to know what's supposed to be here and regrow it. It wouldn't be good if your body built a tooth right here. But that's exactly what could happen if you weren't activating stem cells in the proper way. So it's very important that we understand the power of platelet-rich plasma. Now, your body doesn't know if an injury is acute or if an injury is chronic. So let's say in tissues surrounding the urethra, we may inject platelet-rich plasma. Your body will think, my goodness, there's been an injury here, there's something that needs to be repaired. We figure out what tissue is supposed to be in the area, and we regrow that tissue. Now we're growing new tissue, new nerve endings, new blood vessels, new connective tissue. All of these things happen over the course of several months. So platelet-rich plasma, we draw your blood, we take it to a FDA-approved centrifuge kit, and we take out the white cells, we take out the red cells, and we're left with plasma and platelets. And those platelets are in higher concentration in that than they were in the whole blood. So then we go about injecting the platelet-rich plasma into various parts of the body to help regenerate and rejuvenate tissue. So where do we use platelet-rich plasma? We use it in the scalp to wake up dormant hair follicles that aren't dead yet but aren't producing hair, and your hair becomes fuller again. We use it with microneedling or lasering of the skin of the face. We use it to inject with fillers, the vampire facial. When it's used with microneedling, we call it the vampire facial. When it's used with injections of filler in the face, we call that the vampire facelift. So we also use platelet-rich plasma for sexual function, both in men with the P shot and in women with the O shot. We use platelet-rich plasma to treat scars, because where we inject a scar, your body realizes that that scar tissue is not supposed to be there, and lo and behold, it removes it. So platelet-rich plasma can be used in multiple different areas in the body. I do also know that those doctors that treat chronic wound management use platelet-rich plasma quite a bit. When physicians perform hair transplants, they use platelet-rich plasma. Oftentimes, orthopedic surgeons will use platelet-rich plasma with their joint treatments as well. So platelet-rich plasma is something that you can benefit from. So I hope that you've learned a little bit about platelet-rich plasma and how it works. One thing to keep in mind before we're through is that the risks of platelet-rich plasma are essentially zero, because we're taking your body's own fluid and re-injecting it somewhere else. It's impossible to have an allergic reaction or a complication because of your own body fluid. So the only risk of the procedure is just the needle stick. So many prescription medicines and surgical treatments that we do have risks. It's nice to have something so powerful as platelet-rich plasma with such minimal risk involved. So I hope that you will go to our website, give our office a call. We would be honored to see you and talk to you about how platelet-rich plasma can help you. Thanks.